Hello, friends. T. Wright here, and it's my privilege to bring you today's Daily Connect. As you know by now, this week's theme is patience, and we've already heard from 4 others who have shared some incredibly encouraging words on the topic. I love Dave's word yesterday, encouraging us to remain in what he called the greenhouse of patience and allow God to continue to grow this fruit of patience in us because it's so necessary for success and so many aspects of our lives. I wanted to go a slightly different direction today and talk about God's patience towards us. There's a particular phrase in the Old Testament that I think best captures and communicates God's patience with us, and that is that he is slow to anger. We read it in a number of places throughout the wisdom and prophetic literature, and I just wanted to share a couple of those verses with you. Psalm 86:15, but you, O Lord, are a God merciful and gracious, slow to anger and abundant in loving kindness and truth. Psalm 103:8, the Lord is compassionate and gracious, slow to anger and abounding in loving kindness. Psalm 145:8, the Lord is gracious and merciful, slow to anger and great in loving kindness. Joel 2:13, now return to the Lord your God, for he is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger, abounding in loving kindness, and relenting of evil. And Jonah 4:2, in his prayer to God, Jonah says, for I know that you are a gracious and compassionate God, slow to anger and abundant in loving kindness, and one who relents concerning calamity. And then Nahum 1:3, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power. It's pretty evident that this is a characteristic of God that the writers of the Old Testament were both familiar with and wanted to make sure that later readers were aware of. I don't know about you, but I need to be reminded of this specific characteristic of God as often as possible. God is not some impatient and demanding taskmaster where when we mess up or fail him or aren't progressing in spiritual maturity fast enough that he erupts in anger and punishes us. No, he's slow to anger. He's gracious and compassionate and bounding in true love for us. And this aspect of his character is not some license to mess up or to fail him or to purposely put things in our lives that impede our spiritual progress, but it should serve as a comfort to us and something that evokes repentance and worship of him and the subsequent practice of having patience towards others. Be encouraged. Go in peace today, friends. Enjoy your weekend, and don't forget to join us Sunday at 10:45 for worship and a message from Pastor Zach. We'll be taking communion together this Sunday, so have your elements ready. See you soon.